Hey guys, welcome back with another game with Linksy. Today we have a battle between a bunch of regulars to the stream, good friends, and fluffy pandas. So I believe the defense is between. Actually, let me bring up the names of who is fighting and who is who, and we should see what we can do with regards to this. So we have Nuclear Burrito as Empress, Mighty Cat as Galatia, and the Grease Father as Marcella defending. And then we have Agent Panda as the Lusitanis. Lackmore as the Iceni is the one person I actually don't know. And Imad as the Seleucids. Oof. Imad, you just got... Yeah, Imad's gone. This ballista from Nuclear Burrito doing damage. This ballista from Mighty Cat is trying to get to the Panda onager over there, but the onager is actually getting out of position, and we should see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. The damage here is limited. Sorry, I just got lost there because I was trying to close some windows on the side. Yeah, the damage here is limited to the onagers, and they're actually wasting a lot of the ammunition. It seems that did that one guy die? Yeah, one guy died though. Jesus Christ, that's some thick hair. So one of them died, but otherwise this giant ballista over here is very well protected by these siege towers. Honestly, even though they could probably fire through one of those gaps and get a lot of kills on those swordmen, the chosen swordmen. Lusitanis are running all the way back here, and they intercepted the Thessalian cav. These guerrilla warriors are not having a good time at all. There are some siege towers over here. Okay, so Apris is charging out, and with its cavalry, it's taking out these units. They were prepared for it, it seems, because they have mercenary Semites holding the line over there. Let's look at so there's swordsmen left in the reserve there. Celtic warriors, Massilian cav, which is decent melee cav, slightly better than citizen cav, charging on that side, and more Massilian cav over on this side, just charging and being a pain in the arse. This artillery over here is trying to get some kills, but I'm not sure what it's going to do manage to hit, as it's just firing. It's trying to get into these thorax swordsmen and get some kills over there. It seems that these archers are very exposed, but they're moving in their thorax swordsmen to try and protect them as best as possible. So it seems there is an army over there, and yeah, these thorax spears were ignored on that side, were pulled back. The Iberian swordsmen over here are coming to try and take out these Hellenic Royal Cav over here, getting 100 kills with that beautiful charge. And yeah, those Thessalian Cav should move out of the way. This is a fast game, 32 minutes left in the replay, and we've barely even started. So it's going to be something. It's going to be a fast. I'm imagining there's going to be a full sally out, because I don't see the attackers actually losing all their troops in an assault on the walls fast enough, frankly speaking. Yeah, these riders are running around enjoying their time. Yeah, it just on a side note, there's a little treat at the end of this video, and the KDA of a number of these units is absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, Grease Father over here is a wondrous play. Oh, beautiful shot by that Galatian ballista over there. Okay, they're moving their siege towers back to try and block the assault. But that's, yeah, he can still aim between kind of, yeah. They're retreating to try and save those ballistas, because that's honestly, I mean, they need to break the wall. I mean, this is a really good area to break, and so is this. Frankly, this is slightly better because it gives you a little bit more opening. But yeah, these units are getting bombed to smithereens by the Celtic ballista over there, and the mercenary Syrian archers back here will be a pain in the ass actually if they attack. So they have all their archers here: mercenary, Celtic slingers, Cretan archers. That's Gallic hunters on this side. That's yeah, it's gonna be interesting. These Massilian cavalry somehow keeping all of the army at bay. Back here there is a fully out noble horse coming out with the Selenian cav and Hellenic round cav. Ooh, 5 men escaped. I mean, I would run so fast if I saw that, or I drop an act dead. Just hope they don't see me. I mean, what the hell can you do? 5 people, yeah, they're running after the units over there. They see that there are a number of Iberian swords over there, and there's heroic riders coming in. I think I saw some more troops over there, so this is definitely going to be a problematic situation. This Galatian noble horse needs to retreat. Because it's about to get caught with heroic knight riders. Yep, he's pulling him back just in time. Over on this side there is the Massilian general, also outside. Honestly speaking, Seleucid's army, the Syrian archers, are very exposed, but there is a citizen cav unit there, which would be a difficult situation. And that's Scutarii cav capturing the noble horse off guard. The pilas are being thrown, and these mercenary Celtic warriors they get the pila throw on the oh, they actually dodged the pila throw. They dodge the pila throw, and if they do get that charge in, that would be absolutely crazy. The noble horse pinning them down, and a beautiful rear charge into those those Iberian swords. This horse will get a few kills. Yeah, it's getting like 20 kills from that charge. The general is being pulled back. These Celtic warriors are shattered pretty. They're rotating. They're not shattered yet. They're broken. They're not shattered. The general over here is trying to retreat as best as possible. The Scutarii cav is being held by the Hellenic Royal cav, but honestly, the heroic knight riders over here will be more than enough to hold. And it seems the defense is being pushed back from their salient on this flank, with a very intense assault from these veteran shield warriors, Iberian swordsmen, and Celtic warriors over there, supported by the Scutarii. Now, Semite warriors on the walls would be able to provide some pila. It seems the general is not going to make it out of here alive, and it's taking a while. And yeah, if one of these guys comes too close, no, that was painful. Oh. Oh, that was so painful. Those cav units have been destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Ouch. Ouch. That's, yeah, I mean, that achieved, I mean, look at all the cavalry that died because of that oil. Yeah, oil is a hit and miss, and sometimes it's really good, sometimes, holy lord, it is a painful, painful experience. Yeah, Massilian cav over here, it's limited. So, wow, Nixie. Wow, chill. Alright, so I was discussing with a couple of friends, like what we'd like to see in like Rome, we'd like to see in future Total War, and we were thinking about that. How cool would it be, right, if you'd have modular cities, meaning that you'd be able to fix your cities, change them around, and make them unique. Yes, we will break the game. Yes, we will find the most cheesy, ridiculously impossible settlements to assault, but that's the point, right? And what we mean by modular is that you would have a certain amount of points that you're allowed to use. Oh, that pila, didn't connect. Okay, so it's wasting pila. But as I was saying, oof, these guys are about to start falling down really quickly. As I was saying, it's having this ability to just, you know, change how the city looks. You have like, let's say 2,000 points, and then you have each wall segment is like 100 points, and then you have a small settlement or something. Or if you want to have 2 layers or towers, like 200 points, 150 points. You know, it could be balanced. It could be something that would really change Total War in terms of how people interact with it, and, you know, create these wacky defensive structures which are just amazing at the same time, just crazy looking things. Or even just giving the ability to mods to change cities, settlement types, and how they look. Finally, assault on the main walls started. These Celtic slingers got a little bit of damage in, but not that much. There is... there are Hippeos Lancers back there. Honestly, I would... Yeah, I don't know why these horses are charging in there. I mean, they are going to get... Oh, boy. They made it into the archers. They made it into the archer line. And they're not going to do that much damage because they are not the strongest of cavalry, but they are getting their kills. They're trimming these archers down, and pilas are being wasted. Everything they can is being wasted on them. But that will open an opportunity for those cav to charge in and pick off these royal peltasts pretty easily. I mean, that Massilian cav is wasting, like, at least a pila from all of these units. Heroic riders coming back in, charging back in. The veteran shield warriors are on the wall. The gate is being captured. Now, they could do the trick what I used with the gates, which is just so absolutely annoying. But they're not doing it. And it's easier on this, because you can just put a pike unit there and block off the gate. And it just does miraculously huge volumes of damage. Okay, so over here, this unit has been absolutely annihilated. And it has been melted away completely. That is always fun. Yeah, that unit has been removed from existence. Now the Semite warriors are being pulled back because there is no longer that much of a threat. Yeah, they're exploring with the Thessalian cav. They're being pulled back and they're being placed back here as reserves with those slingers as well. But I don't see how this assault is going to do that much damage, because this is just absolute. These Syrian archers are going to melt the Celtic warriors and anything the Satanis throw. It's a really bad matchup with regards to armor penetration. I don't know why this giant ballista isn't being used, because it needs to be used. Okay, he's clearing out the way to use it. Balearic slingers are being brought forward, and these Celtic slingers are just picking off the citizen cav really easily. Honestly speaking, I mean, these Syrian archers over here have not gotten that much damage done on them, but yeah, they will melt that Celtic Slinger if it's not pulled out. So the Hippeos Lancer is being brought out, and the Hippeos Lancer will do immense amounts of damage if it actually gets in to here. And it seems that the Imed is not actually realizing what's about to happen to him. If this Hippeos Lancer charges in, this is going to be the end. He notices, yes he does, he's pulling back. He's pulling back everything he can, and they charge in. They actually get a beautiful charge on that cavalry, and they keep charging forward into those archers. They get a little bit of a rear charge into that archer unit. The general is also coming in. These citizen cav have been brought down to heal. The Hippeos Lancer getting a decent amount of kills, but this citizen cav is actually absorbing a lot of the ammunition from the Taurus spears over there. And the general unit is actually enjoying a really good thing there. So the citizen cav has been deleted. That was very close from Imad. If he did not realize that, he would have lost all of his archers to that one Hippeos Lancer. But now the citizen cav is out of question. The Hillman is actually a really good juicy target to take, but there are Torok swordsmen which would melt the rest. The Iberian troops here, the Lusitanis, are moving again. They're moving again to the other side, and honestly I can understand why, because if you put pressure here, it just does so much. Honestly, I think this is one of the best places to attack if you have two other. So one player attacks from here, one player attacks from here, but they wait for you to bring all your forces this side, and then you take over the walls and you break the wall here. Once you break the wall over there, right, you have a direct path into the center of the city, and it just makes it so much easier. Keep in mind, this is also an area where you can attack from the sea. A lot of people actually attack directly from here, which is okay, but you do have two siege towers there, two arrow towers there, which block off your attack, and another one here. And these are two decent choke points, like these two areas and this area up here. Archers up there can melt pretty much anything. Now, funny enough, this is not available. I mean, just this. a very small wall, which actually can catch fire. I wonder if you actually burn that, if there's a way to glitch units in, because that would be hilarious, honestly speaking. So over here, I mean, the front line is holding its shape pretty healthily, and it's doing its thing. These guys are still seeing if there's an opportunity for them to charge in. The Thorax Swordsmen and Thorax Spears are being pulled back. There are the Heroic Riders here. There's the Royal Peltas over there. Royal Peltas might be a really easy target over there. The Giant Ballistas getting kills, but honestly, these Hillmen are not going to do much. Okay, the Ballista is actually using a normal shot, which it's hard to track where it's landing, but Celtic Warriors are breaking. They're fighting Galatian Swords. Levy Freeman. These Cretan Archers at 100 kills. How are these guys? These guys, Syrian Archers, are not doing the best. They are getting peppered down by the other Syrian Archers down there, which is, that is a bad position. Yeah, they're pulling back. The assault on this flank is not going well. Thorax Swordsmen actually still, you know, posing a threat to these Hillmen. These Hillmen getting melted by the Slingers, shooting in their back. A couple of Thorax Swordsmen that actually got out are killed. These Bactrian, sorry, these Hillmen, not even Bactrian Hillmen, these Hillmen fighting Levy Spears, and even if Hillmen are slightly better, the Levy Spears have 45 armor, and that will be the reason they win, especially with this fact that there is this arrow tower defending them. These Syrian Archers are trading very effectively against the defensive Syrian Archers, but the defensive Syrian Archers just giving the time they need. Swordband coming onto the walls. Iceni hasn't really engaged at all till now. There is a line of defense set up there. Cretan Archers on this side. Wait, how many kills do these guys have? 15. Yeah, there's a lot of troops left in reserves. I mean, only Galatia and Massila over here are really fighting, and the Slingers up here, and they're just shooting into the flank of these Thorax Swordsmen, Thorax Spears, doing a lot of damage. I'm not feeling myself today. I'm feeling really tired and under the weather. It could be the beers I had yesterday. I had a few beers yesterday, which were lovely. It's been a while since I had a drink. Catching up with a good friend, cold beer, some nice nibbles. It's always fun. Thorax Swordsman over there, dying. Levy Freeman charging into that swordband from the flank, and oh boy. Yeah, it doesn't look good for the attackers whatsoever. At all. I don't know what they're doing. They should have launched an all-out assault, not sending them in waves. And that's a mistake people do oftentimes. They gave chance for the defense to reform its lines. They didn't assault it in just one hell of an assault. They still have so many siege towers. Half the Lusitani's army is down here still, while the other half just got massacred on the walls. They broke through the gate and they're charging through the gate. The Iceni player is just chilling and trying to figure out what to do. Cavalry is being switched around. So yeah, Swordband is now coming up here, and it's causing these forces to be pulled back. But yeah, the moment they start going up, they're going to get rammed by these Hypaeus Lancers from the flank. These Celtic Slingers, for some reason, what are they doing? Honestly, I have no idea what is happening. These Celtic Slingers are being massacred. Possibly a misclick, but I am not sure what's happening. Either that or the unit is glitching. I mean, they are absorbing a lot of shots. That's for certain. But again, that entire unit has been melted for pretty much free. Yeah, that unit is gone. Swordband? Oh, chosen Swordband finally on the wall. Celtic Warriors, the last 20 Celtic Warriors, getting into the fight over there, enjoying a little bit tiffy taffy and fun. Ooh, what's here? Oh, the Thessalian. Ooh, the Thessalian cabs just running around the rear. They are protecting their giant ballista. That's a certain thing. Now I wonder if they actually get off the ballista and these guys get on. If Burrito, no way. You aren't doing what I think you're about to do. Burrito. And then you tell us why we pick on you. You ask us why we pick on you, man. You ask us why we pick on you. To be honest, this is a really cool shot. F12. And it does it every time. I don't know what happened there. But there... I mean... Do you blame me in calling you out when I see this? Why else would your unit be back there? Oh, you oh my god. I mean, okay, alright. These guys are... Let's see if he moves it again. They notice something's wrong. They smell him in the winds. You guys know who Nuclear Burrito is by now. If you follow my channel for a while, it's a recurring meme in the last couple of weeks. Yep, they changed. Oh, come on! This is evidence. This is evidence. If we ever needed it. Going back to the settlement over here, it seems the defense is really heavily committing to the front over here. Galatian legionnaires coming in. The Syrian archers are actually suffering a little bit of pressure, but nothing really serious. Oh, that ballista! Oof, that's a really good few shots by that ballista, getting through it. Sorry, onager. 2 of the onagers are burning. The others are on their way soon, and the amount of arrow fire being thrown into there. That onager needs to be the reason that this entire force is cleaned up. The archers over here are doing their best to burn them down. Even so, the fire arrows is doing a lot of damage, killing anything in its path. I think that's mostly killed its own troops, but these Syrian archers actually not doing that much. They got really annihilated quickly. Fire arrows just going in. Oh, okay. How is this even working? Yeah, the ballista crew is up here, but the ballista is down here. Sorry, the onager. I keep saying ballista because that's what I'm used to. Yeah, you broke your own unit of chosen swordsmen. Your ally unit there. It's, yeah, they're dying really quickly. The Syrian archers broke and they're dying. Seriously, man. Oh my god. This is hilarious. That is genuinely hilarious. It's genuinely hilarious. It's as if he can't help himself. Now, see, these disappeared from me because I do actually have bodies disappear after a while, which would mean I would have been able to move this ballista up really easily. Whereas if you don't have disappear, the ballista wreckage actually becomes an obstruction. Something I didn't know. I didn't know it was possible. Apparently, it is. Syrian archers just shooting to their heart's content and killing as many as possible. Oh, that shot broke their own unit pretty much there. These Thorax swordsmen are breaking, but now, I mean, Epirus is still pretty much intact and hasn't really used any of its forces. There are still some decent forces for Galatia, Galatian legionnaires, and Massilla is pretty much intact. He even have units back there which he has no idea what to do with. The Hellenic Royal Cav is back here as well. Hopefully, perhaps thinking that there will be an routing through that way. Let them go home. What have they done to you? What have they done to deserve this hate? Look at him coming. And... oh my god. He hunts you through all terrain. Flatland, grassland, forest, everything. Yeah, that ballista is being shot. Oh! I've actually never seen this before. It actually works. So it's the crew that controls the ammunition. That is very interesting. That is genuinely very interesting. That is incredibly interesting. The troops over here are pushing away the cav because they know they're slowly reducing the amount of troops they have down on the ground. But honestly speaking, They don't have much, and they've been stopped again. There's still more. These Cretan archers, 200 kills. How are these guys doing? 100 kills on those Gallic hunters. Yeah, those hunters have really good kills over there. Chosen Swordband over here have been sandwiched. Yes, the troops are entering, but these Syrian archers should be very low on ammunition. They've been firing non-stop into anything they could find. Swordband over here breaking. Galatian Legionnaires just doing absolute a unit of a job, holding the line against everything, supporting by the X-Warriors over there. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's good. This was a good way to save that unit from the wreckage. These heroic riders capturing the Massilian Cav over here in the PS Lancers, but they are winning. And the support from more Hellenic Royal Cav charging into the heroic riders from the rear. And that should mean the end of that heroic rider unit. Because taking a rear charge like that, it doesn't really help you that much. The generals fighting there. Then again, heroic riders in extended combat are a fantastic unit. I'd like to think that this ballista is wasting ammunition because it should be firing into this blob. Much easier to hit. And let's see. Let's see. Its range should be. It's difficult to figure out its range, but should be somewhere around here. Let's see. Find an inverse line. Yeah, it doesn't really show. No, it doesn't really show you where they should be. Yeah, these archers getting absolutely hammered. That's a beautiful use of those slingers over there, getting some 60 kills in a few shots. Chosen Swordman coming in, putting pressure, but again, all of this is not going to go well. The Britain slingers over there, these Gallic hunters, even though they're going to get really heavily damaged, getting a few volleys in those slingers is going to really help, as those are fresh units and they're down, whereas these guys have been firing almost all game. Again, not the greatest of idea to... he's doing it again, isn't he? Yes, of course he is. He's hunting. Look at all those. He cannot resist. He cannot resist all of these beautiful units routing. He has to do something about... Oh my god. Okay, I should stop. The meme is getting old now. Yeah, mostly what's left for the attackers is missile units from what I'm seeing. So the game is pretty... I mean, yeah, this army wasn't even used. Massila's charging in to try and, you know, stir around, because if they do actually break through here, and it seems they are, these Thorax swordsmen, if they have another Pila shot and throw it in the rear of that, that's going to be disastrous for them. No, they were in, but the rear charge is just as good. Thorax swordsmen over here fighting against archers and slingers. They're just going to rip through them, getting hundreds of kills really easily. There are more Balearic slingers which were barely used. And as expected, the Cav is coming in for a charge from the side, and there's more Cav over there. So this Cav over here is going to enjoy a few snacks of Thorax swordsman, swordband, I imagine, and chosen swordband actually. And then there's ooh, these guys are like, oh no, we're not going near that, so we're going to retreat somewhere else. And yeah, that happens. The C9 nobles are a fantastic unit, and they could potentially do a lot of damage here. But I don't see the attackers winning. I mean, they don't have enough troops to hold position long enough for their slingers to do the work. And even if so, oh, that Hippeus Lancer getting absolutely hammered there. But they did get in, they broke through the lines. I mean, come on. One single man holding them down. Okay, they get another charge into these giant ballista crew, which got 100 kills. The Massilian general charging, repeatedly cycle charging those levy freemen. And these Hippeus Lancer actually breaking through and charging into the rears of that levy freeman, and they're getting a few dozen more kills. They got 20 more kills there very easily. But then the Hellenic Royal Cav just finds an opportunity to charge into those Balearic slingers. It's absolutely beautiful. Pulling back out. That's he got 100 kills from no, that's the Massilian Cav. No, he got 100 kills from routing units. The Massilian general over there is doing his thing, but this is dangerous for the general of Appius, because he might die. But then again, he did get a really good charge into those very fresh Balearic slingers. It seems the general is about to be shattered there, because these slingers are doing their thing. But there's a mass rout happening. A lot of archers are being pulled out. Thorax swordsmen Even though they're rear charged by this chosen swordman, which yeah, now this one is going to retreat charge itself. The Lusitanian nobles doing their thing. Cretan archers over here shooting into those Syrian archers into that blob. The heroic nobles over there trying to hold off Hilarion levies. That's really nothing special. More Syrian archers shooting in there, and yeah, the generals are the ones doing the fighting, and that is not a good sign, especially when most of your armies are routing. Did this guy says Thessalian Cav? He actually lives. He actually wait. Which one is the general? It doesn't show you which one is actually the general. Sometimes you can realize because they have a different unit model, but you can't always notice. The heroic nobles are charging in here, but there's militia hoplites. Oh, this is a kill box if I've ever seen, and royal peltasts from the flanks. So yeah, pulling these back will. Ooh, so I mean they have options, right? They can decide to kill this militia hoplites, but then get peppered down by these royal peltasts and these Illyrian levies and these archers. They could attack the royal peltasts, but the royal peltasts would then they would be surrounded from all sides, no chance of retreat. Yeah, it doesn't look good. There are still fresh Taurus swords over here, which are being brought in, and Celtic warriors, and they should be more than enough to deal with this, especially with rear ammunition being thrown in. These Samite warriors and the Illyrian levies should help to surround, and the armies are being broken. 5 minutes left. I mean, these guys barely even made it into settlements, and you know, Aged Panda is a really good player, and Ahmed is a decent player. He's not, of course, top tier, but he's, you know, he knows his way around the game. He knows how to play. So you know, it shows the excellence of the defense in this case, just being absolutely beautiful and just holding on so effectively with just 2 armies and then some cav to distract. And essentially what they did was they used their cav as a way to slow down the assault on the city, so they controlled the flow of troops inside the walls. They had to use less troops and they had more reserves left. And as you can see here, most of the armies actually left. The royal peltasts over here are getting absolutely wrecked from the rear with these Cretan archers shooting their remainder ammunition over there. The Syrian archers are charging in against Levi Freeman. Syrian archers over here shooting at the remainder of the Cretans. Royal peltasts going down, but actually the Syrian archers getting a decent amount of kills on those Cretan archers, pretty much melting them down to last man. Historic swords over here still fighting those infantry. Now more veteran shield wars getting on the wall. The Balearic slingers over there being broken and left for dead. Hellenic Royal Cavalry is doing its thing. Okay, is this guy routing? Oh, come on. Seriously, man. It just was like, oh, is he routing or no, he's not routing. I mean, he's wavering, but they're just cleaning up house, really. The heroic nobles actually managing to push off this assault and trying to save some of the chosen swordmen. The general over here somehow still alive, but no, there's general shattered, and that's not a good sign for Epirus in this case. But then again, Epirus still has so much, it doesn't really matter. Their morale is doing well. The general for the Seleucids is about to break. Samite warriors charging into these really lightly armored troops, and they're just going to do a really good job at anchoring the points from any support going to the general. The general has routed, not died, but he's going to charge into the rear of these Thorax swords, and that is possibly going to mean that he will die. I mean, the AI routes properly. Yeah, the balance of power is now shifting heavily in favor of the defense. The army center, the remainder of the troops, they're routing and breaking really easily. More troops are charging in. The assault over here is coming. Royal peltasts and Illyrian levies coming in and doing their thing. And yeah, the Royal peltasts are coming here to attack these Taurus spears from the rear. And these guys, they have 5 volleys of pretty devastating missiles. So any second now you're going to see them. Whoop! Yeah, that unit is going to go down really quickly. And the Illyrian levies will be more than enough to deal with the remainder of troops over there. Boom! Breaking that really easily. Taurus spears shooting a volley into these levies, but killing just one because of the angle. The Royal peltasts getting into position. They should be able to throw their peel again. Oh boy. Yeah. that unit's dead. The only thing that's holding this place is the Lusitania nobles, but they're about to just get surrounded. A mass rout is in place. Units are breaking left, right, and center. Pila is being thrown, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good for them. The Macedonian general over here gave up on these troops and is just making sure these guys don't come back at all, and picking off the. Oh, I was like, is it actually doing something useful? Nope, no, it's not. So yeah, units are breaking here and there and doing their own thing, and yeah, it's possibly a game stat match now. And I don't see the last 50 seconds. What's going to happen is possibly one of these generals going to die, and the surround is going to be finished. And then everything else routes eternally. This Macedonian cav did really well, much better than I expected it to do, and now it seems that the noble horse from Galatia is actually chiming in on the action. They're trying to pull back these Balearic slingers and retreat with them, but these Illyrian levies are blocking them, and that's going to get them a lot of kills. The Royal Peltasts are melting the Lusitanian nobles because the Royal Peltasts have 62 melee attack, and that's going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, then the Illyrian levies are doing their thing. The gate is being neutralized, and now the cavalry can charge in. Mass routes happening, army losses have been inflicted. The charge here just stopping any retreat possible from these troops, and that is GG, guys. That was fantastic defense. This is how you defend the city at a really easy, relaxed pace, and that was decent. So yeah, Nuclear Burrito barely used any of his troops, but getting a decent kill, set of kills. So let's look at his army. Most of his kills come from his cavalry, which was outside cleaning house. But then again, so did his Semite warriors and Illyrian levies do a really good job. And his archers just absolutely fantastic. Mighty Cat. His archers unfortunately suffered a bit, and I think this was a misclick or just the unit started lagging out, which is something that happens. But then again, he made up for it with these Galatian swords getting so many good kills. And the Grease Father just across the board, absolutely fantastic. Just every single one of his units doing brilliantly, with the exception of these Illyrian levies. They should know shame. They should know shame. And Agent Panda, he got really good kills on his Barian onager over there, but everything else he pretty much got surrounded. And unfortunately, he should have been doing the heavy lifting with his chosen swordband. They should have been in the front line with Agent Panda's troops supporting, and same with Agent Panda should have been supporting the other two, not the other way around. But I think he had to take the lead because they did not want to assault, and that ended up costing them the game. Agent Panda did a really good job on securing a beachhead and keeping it, whereas the other two did not manage to secure a beachhead on the other side at all, even with both of them assaulting at the same time. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you like it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and who knows, maybe you can join me in one of the multiplayer streams when I do them of Rome, Attila, Warhammer, yada yada yada. Anyway, guys, have a lovely day, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.